5 months ago, it was the night before the Olympic gold medal game. 5 months from now, there will be no yard line markers on this wonderful field here, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. As announced by the Commissioner, Gary Bettman, 2 months ago, the Bridgestone Winter Classic will be here January the 1st, Pittsburgh Penguins, Washington Capitals. This is an exciting day in the middle of the summer for all of us. Today we will hear from people who have made hockey and this community better. And once we've heard them, there will be a group photo opportunity here at the front. There will be media scrums that will take place following that off to my left. And following that, a skills contest of a sort. Another photo opportunity that we will call Shoot the Puck Through the Uprights. That will take place from here to there. We want you to know who are here in addition to those who will be formally introduced, so that at the conclusion you can search them out if you would like to do an interview with them. Among those, for example, in the front row, who will not be speaking, but I introduce now, are Mario Lemieux of the Penguins. On this side, Phil Pacey of Bridgestone. Players in the back, Sidney Crosby, Max Talbot, and Pascal Dupuis of the Penguins. David Steckel and Mike Knuble of the Capitals. Kurt Keel, the Vice President of the Capitals, and their General Manager, George McPhee. John Collins, the Chief Operating Officer of the NHL, is here. Kevin Colbert, the Director of Football Operations for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Director of Communications for the NHLPA, Jonathan Weatherden. Willing to address the blimp cam, meteorologists, and any other television questions you might have are two people, our NBC producer, Sam Flood, and Shirley Najak from CBC. On a personal note, it is special for any of us who don't live in Pittsburgh to come here. When I graduated from high school, one of the jobs I got very quickly was at a small college near here called Geneva. My high school principal said, "You will love it out there. People who live in hills take care of each other. There is a sense of community and hard work." I found that to be true, and I always appreciate coming back here to see it exhibited once again. Before we turn our attention to this special event in January, we do want to mention two losses to this sports community over the past 4 days. Kate Cowher, the wife of former Super Bowl Steeler coach Bill Cowher, passed away on Friday, and longtime Penguins public address announcer John Barbaro yesterday. We are very sorry for these losses and extend our condolences to the families. On January 1st, all of us will get to be guests of the only NHL franchise that has 6 Super Bowls, a marvelous franchise that has had the same family consistently involved in its success. It is fitting that our first speaker is from the team that will, on the surface, play the Carolina Panthers Sunday night, December 23rd, and then kindly allow us to move in with our own configuration. Perhaps also, who knows, we will be hearing Renegade by Styx during a hockey game. There may be double yoys. Perhaps a hockey goal will be reflected by the Heinz ketchup bottles, but regardless, his team has built a noble tradition, wonderful acceptance in this community. It is Steeler country, Penguin country, and we are so proud to introduce our host, the co-owner and president of the Steelers, Art Rooney II.
Well, thank you, and welcome to Heinz Field. As Don said, the home of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and for at least one day this year or next year, the home of the NHL, and I think I'm allowed to say the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're very excited about hosting this event. I think it's going to be a great event for our community, a great event for sports fans in the Pittsburgh area. And I want to thank all of the folks connected with the NHL for their hard work in making sure that we were able to put this event together. I have to tell you, when we were first discussing it, I had some trepidation about whether we were going to be able to fit the ice onto this field in time to keep our football season going. And I want to thank my friend John Collins from the NHL staff who did a lot of work with our staff to make sure that that's an event that's going to go great, and we're very excited about seeing an ice rink built out here in the middle of Heinz Field in December. So we're very excited about it, and it'll be, again, an exciting day for everybody, I think, connected with sports in Pittsburgh and certainly hockey fans, I think, all around the world. So welcome again. Welcome to Mario and all the Penguins. We're excited about having you here in our home and looking forward to a great day in January. It's now my pleasure to ask Commissioner Bettman to come up and say a few words. And Commissioner, again, thank you to you and your staff for making this happen, and welcome to Heinz Field.
Thank you, Art. Thank you for welcoming us to your home. We're delighted to be here. If you love rivalries, Capitals Penguins may be our best. If you enjoy the sight of team captains providing passionate leadership and game-breaking skill, I don't think you can do much better than Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin. And if you can't get enough star power, both of these teams are loaded with it. And if you love the fact, as we do, that January 1st is the day we welcome the new year with a great outdoor event that celebrates the roots of our game, no matter which team you root for, no matter which rivalry you prefer, then this 2011 Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic here at Heinz Field will be a must-see moment. There is obviously no shortage of excitement in both Washington and Pittsburgh as we look forward to next season. But in Pittsburgh in particular, we have other things to celebrate as well. Until now, the Penguins had played every regular season home or playoff game in the historic Igloo, and this season we get to witness the team open the Consol Energy Center for hockey on October 7th, and then less than 3 months later, we're going to turn this magnificent stadium, Heinz Field, into the center of the hockey universe. This Winter Classic will mark something of a new phase for us. We've had a lot of vintage elements in our game in terms of the venues that we were playing in. Ralph Wilson Stadium, home of the inaugural Winter Classic, opened in 1973. Our second Winter Classic was played in Chicago's Wrigley Field. That opened in 1914. And we spent this past New Year's Day at Fenway Park in Boston, and that opened in 1912. So Heinz Field, I guess you could say, is kind of the baby of the group, having opened in 2001, and I'm sure it is going to no less be a special event and a special day. When you talk about these two teams, there are some very familiar names that have worn the uniforms of both. Jaromir Jagr, Kevin Hatcher, Larry Murphy, Sergei Gonchar, Dave Tippett, Matt Cook. And it's intriguing to note, Washington, you may like this, and Pittsburgh, it'll give you something to shoot at again. Each visiting team in the Winter Classic, the prior three, has gone on to that season's Stanley Cup final. So let's see what this year is going to bring. So there are several reasons the Bridgestone NHL Winter Classic has become an extremely hot ticket, perhaps one of the hottest tickets in all of sports. This game always sells out, and the demand for tickets actually reaches into the hundreds of thousands. As a result, we will once again create a variety of ancillary events that will allow more fans to connect with the 2011 NHL Bridgestone Winter Classic, and we'll be announcing those events and those activities, including the popular Spectator Plaza, which will be open to the public at no cost in the weeks and months ahead. I would like to remind our fans that the best way to be first in line for Winter Classic ticket information is to register at NHL.com for Winter Classic alerts. Clearly, this Winter Classic represents a great moment for the league, for hockey, for Washington, for the city of Pittsburgh, and this is a city, Pittsburgh is, steeped in sporting tradition. So in addition to thanking the Penguins and the Capitals, the NHL also thanks the Rooney family, the Steelers, the National Football League, Mayor Ravenstahl, the city of Pittsburgh, and County Executive Honorato.